Welcome, people.
We can add that out.
No, we can't. Welcome. that was perfect. That was perfect. Welcome, people of SoundCloud or YouTube or wherever we're streaming. This is the Fresh A.G.C podcast. Which episode is this again?
3.
Episode 3. And we're basically going to be talking about the fall lineup with video games this time. Alright, I'm Shamar, a.k.a. Andre, a.k.a. Tank Top Andre, a.k.a. Omar the Giant. Follow me on Instagram. This is Marshall next to me to the left. Say hi, Marshall.
Well, hello.
Say hi, Marshall.
Hi.
All right. And this is Christian, aka Bushido Black, aka I don't know, whatever he wants to be called. Just Christian. Say hi, Christian. Yeah. So now you recognize our voices. You know which one's which. Let's get right into it. So Wolfenstein. Marshall, I heard you play Wolfenstein. So tell us more about that. Like, what do you like about it?
Wolfenstein is a first-person video game set in alternate universe 1960 where the Nazis took over all of the worlds, and you play as not the Nazis, and you shoot the Nazis. It's very well, the graphics look fucking beautiful, and they're also pretty well set up for, like, computer-wise. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take up too much CPU or anything, so I with, like, a mid-spec computer, I can run it at 60, near ultra. It's pretty, well, maybe not near ultra, but, higher and stuff.
Like high res.
It's higher res and higher detail and all that shit. But it's very nice. It's very fun. There's upgrade skill trees. And you shoot Nazis.
That's nice.
And the story it takes a nice tightrope between silly and serious. There's very many moments that mix the two of them quite well.
So it's like Metal Gear Solid in a sense, where they like mix the silliness and the seriousness.
Kinda, sorta.
All right.
Like Tarantino movie, but in a video game.
Yeah.
That exactly. It's like if Quentin Tarantino made a first-person video game
about Nazis.
Yes, you can dual wield literally every weapon that you come across, including automatic shotguns. That's great.
It's beautiful.
It's magical.
So, with the skill trees, what did it really consist of? Like,
the way the skill trees work actually is very kind of dynamic. Mm-hmm. You don't earn skill points by like leveling up, but you get like different tiers of like perks via doing like things. Like if you get stealth kills, then you get more towards one thing, and if you kill like a Nazi commander before he like alerts everybody, then you get something towards that. If you get headshot kills, you get something, grenade kills, that kind of thing.
So it's more achievement based rather than actual like experience points and leveling.
Exactly.
I like that model. I like that a lot because it caters towards the player's like play style. It doesn't just like say, oh, you have to build it like this and like that in order to
like
be
Skyrim
effective.
or something, where everyone ends up becoming the same kind of like stealth archer type thing, because that's just the best way to most efficient.
Exactly. Like, have you ever tried to play sword and board on Skyrim and just nothing else, like no archery, no magic?
To be honest, Skyrim's kind of gay because the combat system is the most basic shit, but that's my opinion.
I mean, mods.
Mods.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like base game.
Yeah, the base game is.
Get it better. Mods are the reason everyone likes it.
Yeah. And I think mods is what really saved with that. Speaking, I'm gonna go on a little antidote right now. A little
antidote. T-virus.
Yeah.
Anecdote, my friend.
Anecdote. Yeah. Whatever. I'm gonna go on a little anecdote right now about the Creation Club and all that. Like, why is Bethesda trying to freaking monetize mods? I mean, that really affected me a little bit because.
I mean, on one hand, they're giving creators money, but on the other hand, you're paying for mods.
Yeah, you're paying for mods. Like, here's my thing. If it was a free platform and a platform where people can make content without any restriction, then I feel that, you should just leave it at that. Don't fix something that's not, broken. I think that's what Bethesda did. They tried to fix something that wasn't broken, and it made everybody pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, anyway, back to what you were saying about
unnecessary.
Yeah.
There is a point near the mid to end game where you get to choose between 3 upgrades for your character, 3 like contraptions, and they like drastically change the way the gameplay works, as well as like after you've completed the game, there's still like more missions to do, kind of like Metal Gear Solid 5 style, and you can actually go and pick up the other 2, so you can have like an ultimate super DJ Blazkowicz just going around doing stuff. Like you get stilts, you get like a compression chest thing, so you can go under stuff, and you get probably my favorite thing is the like ramshackles, I believe they're called. You can just ram straight into people and they will blow up into intestines and blood.
So you pretty much ran into people and
You can football tackle people to death.
And speaking of beautiful games, I was looking at some Assassin's Creed Origins gameplay. I mean, y'all know me. Y'all know I pretty much grew up on Assassin's Creed. I'm a diehard fan. Like a lot of
3rd episode, nobody knows you.
Oh, I'm talking about you guys. I know the audience.
Talking to the audience.
Everybody, he's a diehard.
I'm a diehard fan of Assassin's Creed. You know, these guys next to me know that. Y'all probably
Assassin's Creed
did.
2 was the peak of the series. Everything since has been shit. I don't like it. Shamar's opinion is wrong. Assassin's Creed Origins looks good.
Yeah, Origins does look good. And that's what I was trying to say earlier before I was rudely interrupted.
What? Does anybody know like the story of the game?
I know it's set in like Egypt, and like they took away like the mini map and everything. You gotta like figure it all out yourself, and it's supposed to be like the original Assassins.
Yeah, they took a year off because they're pretty much making it yearly, like 2K does with basketball. And it started sucking because it was just like a basic formula and, you know, crappy animations and yuck.
This is the same kind of reason that like Sonic games started being terrible, is because they started getting rushed out and they started like not really putting in as much effort as they should, because they wanted to have it by like a release date.
Sonic Boom.
So they forced it out. Exactly. They forced it out before it was ready.
And plus, they gotta make a comeback after Assassin's Creed movie.
Right. That was, oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about the movie. But, yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins looking good. I'm really interested that, you know, they went the Egyptian route. Because I was thinking that they were going to go somewhere like Japan or something like that.
If that's what everybody wants.
Right.
They want Japan, they want Russia, they want somewhere that's in. I mean, Egypt is somewhere where they ain't been before. It's something interesting. But they only went to Japan and Russia in like these little side-scrolling, like one-off games that I don't think anybody really liked too much.
Yeah, like
Felt like a DS me.
But yeah, there was one in China for the side-scrolling one, like India, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And those look pretty good. Those are good locations. Like the Chinese one would have been dope. Like we didn't even tackle like Asia at all. Like at all with the Assassin's Creed.
I feel like they should do more stuff like the handheld game Liberty. I feel like that game, it was like smaller size, but it was still an Assassin's Creed game. They tried some stuff that was new. They experimented a little bit. That's what's good in Assassin's Creed. You always got. That's why Assassin's Creed 2 I feel is the best one, because that's the one that changed things. It added stuff that was actually like changing the gameplay, making it, and just fixing problems with the first one. Right. It was just improving and moving forward. And I feel like Assassin's Creed like 3 and 4 to a lesser extent just kind of rehashed and did the same kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't say they're bad games, but they're just kind of,
they're not as good.
Not the best.
Yeah, they're not the best in the series.
Not the best they could be.
But I don't know. I really like Black Flag though. Black Flag.
You got something to say?
No.
Let it out. We're friends here.
We're friends. We can edit it out.
We can edit it out.
Nah, we're gonna keep this shit.
You said Black Flag.
But Black Flag is probably the best pirate game of all time. Like just it's the best pirate game of all time. Like no question about it.
What about Lego Pirates of the Caribbean?
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Leave. It's time to go.
I feel like Origins is probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, they said they took a year off of making Assassin's Creed. I feel like Watch Dogs 2 was just Assassin's Creed, but today.
Yeah, but with like technology.
Yeah.
I really like Watch Dogs 2.
Because they're in the same universe, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. You get to kill the president or CEO of Abstergo.
Yeah, in like the first one.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I really like Watch Dogs 2 though. Like the personalities are amazing.
Yeah.
The writing is really good and witty.
There are a couple times where it's very obviously like trying to cater to like a crowd that's like, I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
But, like it's easy on it. It's kind of just saying this is kind of cringy.
Yeah,
Don't do this.
Yeah.
It's like, haha, this is funny.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but I'm winking.
The villain in Watch Dogs 2 didn't really feel like a villain to me, to be honest.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What are you
He's a
talking
bitch ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the hipster villain.
Yeah.
One part that I really hated in Watch Dogs 2 was there was a part.
Oh, spoilers, by the way.
Spoilers, motherfucker.
Before we talk about this.
Major plot point. It's like 30 minutes in the game, whatever. They when the first time that you meet him, like face to face, I know this motherfucker has like an AK and a pistol and a taser on him, and he just punches him in the face and then lets him walk away.
Right.
Like, as a canonical part of the story, you have weapons on you at that point in time, and you just let this motherfucker walk away when you know who he is.
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like,
yeah, like he could at least tase him because he had the taser. I believe personally that Watch Dogs 2 was supposed to be played like as a pacifist run.
yeah.
Like not like killing not pacifist, but like not killing everybody because it really doesn't fit Marcus's
It
character.
don't feel right when I
It doesn't
kill
feel-
people.
it doesn't
It's
feel
almost like you're not a
Marcus.
sociopath or something. Huh? It's weird.
Wow.
Speaking of Grand Theft Auto, I thought it was gay. I don't like it.
Why not?
You had a
Because
very
Franklin
strong
doesn't-
opinion about this game.
Yeah,
I have very strong opinions about this game, as Christian already knows.
Yeah, he wrote out like
like
a short story.
I wrote an essay on this game. One of the main points, Franklin, my good man, loses all character, every bit of his character when he goes back and he saves Lamar. When he's at his house and he gets a call from his ex-girlfriend and she's like, "You're not hood enough."
And he's just like, oh, I gotta prove that I'm
I gotta
good
prove
enough.
that I'm hood. I gotta prove that I'm the thing that I'm running away from.
Exactly.
The entire point of my character is that I don't want to be hood anymore.
But I'm still hood.
So I'm gonna go save this guy that does nothing but take my money and get me in trouble and get me killed and
And get me killed, and I have to respawn and do the mission over again. And freaking sucks. I lose my money.
At least he's played by Black Jesus.
Who, Lamar? Oh yeah, he is. He is played by Black Jesus. For those of you who don't know who Black Jesus is, it's a series on Adult Swim. It had Charlie Murphy in it. Who was King Bats? Remember that Viner? King Bats.
It's created by the guy who made the Boondocks.
Yeah, Aaron McGruder. But back to what we were saying. Yeah, Franklin's development was like weird because, like he like you said, he did all this kind of stuff that he's trying to get away from that environment.
That's
but
the
he came back
reason
to
when he talked to Michael in the first place. Because
Right.
he wanted to move up. He wanted to do something different.
Right, and it was ridiculous. Like I believe that.
Like some of the first words to come out of Franklin's mouth is that like this isn't right. We shouldn't be doing this. This is Busta shit. We don't want to be doing this.
But
This
he's
is
doing it
stupid.
anyway.
This is hood shit.
Fucking
We ain't lowlifes.
Right, but
Fucking balls to Grove Street.
oh man, that had me pissed off. That had me pissed off, man. I was
There ain't
like,
even a mission about it or anything.
It is what it is. I mean, it's the hood. I feel that if they killed Lamar off like in the middle of the game, it would have had more impact on Franklin's character.
Like in Vice City.
Mhm.
Like, well, maybe not like Vice City, because in Vice City the main character straight up kills the character that is basically Lamar.
Mhm.
But I feel him dying would probably affect Franklin's character a lot better than him going and saving him for the 50th time in the game.
Right, like. All right, this is spoilers for those who didn't play Sleeping Dogs, and I guess spoilers.
It's been out for years now,
for
so
G-
it don't even fucking matter no more.
I guess so, but
Even
still,
the HD remaster's been out for years. Come on.
but still,
Yeah.
Sleeping Dogs. It's a good story. I don't want to ruin it.
It's
So
Asian Grand Theft Auto. Just talk about it.
it is not Asian Grand Theft Auto.
With kung fu.
Yeah, the combat in Sleeping Dogs is amazing. Even though it copied like Batman and Assassin's Creed a little bit, it's still really good. But back to what I was saying, I didn't like it at first, but I really liked that they killed off Jackie like near the end of the story because it showed like,
Shit's getting real.
yeah, it's like real. It's like it's not just playground type
It's not
stuff.
the hero who's gonna win and have full mental health and be a healthy human being
And
after
be
this.
okay. Yeah, he's gonna
The
be
entire thing's about PTSD.
right. Like he's gonna be all okay after dealing with the triads and watching people get shot to
Torturing people,
death. Yeah,
killing people.
getting shot multiple times. oh, he's gonna be just fine. No, his friend Jackie dies. Like, straight up gets gutted. Like, that was like that had. I was like, what?
Red Wedding.
Yeah, I was like 13. Oh yeah, they shot the wedding too. Oh my god. I was like 13 when I played that, and I was like,
playing commemorating games when you're 13.
I don't. It was good. It was a good game, and I remember playing on my PS3, and I saw Jackie die, and I paused the game, and I just like
Took a moment.
I dropped the controller, and I just sat there.
Just cried.
No, I didn't cry, but it just okay.
You weeped like a real man.
I didn't weep either.
You cried.
No, I did not cry. I did not
He
cry.
cried, everybody.
I did not cry. I wanted to cry, but I didn't. I didn't have
Why
that.
didn't you cry?
I don't know. That's the weird part about it. Like I
You
felt
didn't
like
love Jackie.
no, I felt like crying. Jackie was my favorite character in the game. He was.
He was a good man. He got you out. He got you into the triads.
Right, and he stood up for Wade. He stood up for Wade Shen like the whole freaking like time. Even though he wasn't who he said he was, he still was dire. Like, man, Wayne like that. You know,
Yeah. Wade would never rat us out. He was literally
He
ratting
was literally ratting y'all out. He was literally ratting y'all out
constantly,
Constantly,
100% of the
yeah.
time.
Oh, Marshall, I kind of want to ask you about this. Like, going back to Grand Theft Auto, like, did you like the endings of the game?
He's not. He's gonna go. He's gonna go on a rant for like 15
I want to hear.
minutes.
I want to hear.
Bitch. No, but, you can't see it, but Christian was just very offended. I feel like they probably could have done something a bit better than just a simple, like, choose which of these things happens, and then it just plays out, basically. I feel killing off one of the main characters is probably the stupidest, dumbest shit you can do in a game where the entire focus is that you can play as 3 separate characters.
Right.
I don't think that it's very, like, because there's 3, because the gameplay styles of each of them and everything, and you know, all that is just thrown away in that moment, and it's just entirely pointless, and
It's just there.
in a game where the gameplay is almost literally the most basic shit and nothing, and the only thing that's actually special about it is your special abilities, taking away one of the special abilities means that the post game is basically you have no reason to play.
Right,
if you like that character,
Right.
and you like accidentally choose that or something. Like,
So, what do you want to see in like the next Grand Theft Auto game?
I want Gay Tony to come
Gay
back.
Tony, yeah. Or
Oh, maybe not as a protect. I just
Yeah,
want.
not
I just want to
as
see him.
protection.
I
But
wanted
as a-
to see him in Grand Theft Auto 5. I thought he'd have a club somewhere.
yeah, I miss Gay Tony and Luis.
I thought he would be running like what's the Cockatoos? I
Cockatoos.
thought that was his place.
Yeah.
I legitimately thought that like throughout the tech game, and I'm like, you never like go in there or anything, and it's just like they were supposed to open that up in the online. They never did. It pissed me off. I wanted to see. I wanted to see that.
They weren't progressive, did
Even if they had Gay Tony online, that would have been something
Yeah.
for like the Liberty City, people, because the Liberty City stories is probably, in my opinion, the best like DLC of all time, like one of the best DLCs of all time.
It's basically 2 entirely separate, like
Exactly.
straight up.
Different games. Like Luis, he hit me, like his character hit me so much because he was literally every single thing. It was like everything I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Like when I was that age, like I wanted to live in the city. I wanted to party. I wanted to be in the club scene. I wanted to do all that kind of stuff. But
You want to hit people in the dick with golf balls.
exactly,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
You want to jump out of an airplane and have a parachute like you should have from the very beginning in Grand Theft Auto 4. Fucking piece of shit, man.
Anyway.
GTA 4 is my favorite game.
Oh man, like I really wanted to be Luis. I wanted to, be retired. I wanted to go to the military for like 2 or 3 years and leave like immediately as soon as I could. So I just
Be
so
a
I could say,
bouncer.
yeah, just so I could say I've been in the military and I like be a certified badass. I wanted to go out and wear freaking the same jackets that he did and
Yeah.
freaking like mess
He
around
really
with club
resonated with
chicks
you.
and oh my god, like I wanted to be him so bad.
Shamar has like an identity crisis.
Yeah, but
I wanted to be Hispanic too.
I want to
Like,
be half black, half Hispanic. no, not really. But
yes, bro.
I'm cool with being I'm black and I'm proud.
Alright, next game.
Alright, next game. So
So what other games are y'all excited for?
Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
alright, let's talk about Mario Odyssey then.
I don't know anything about it because I've been avoiding it like fuck.
Alright, let's talk about South Park Fresh Butthole then. Alright, so South Park. Oh, I really like the new South Park game.
The new South Park game does look very. I feel like the first game really set like a base, and it kind of tested the waters a little bit. Didn't do anything too risky. It was just it was a fun game. It had some old jokes. I feel like the new game really kind of spices it up a little bit. It adds new jokes instead of just relying on references. It's its own kind of product.
Right.
I feel like it had a lot more stuff put into it. It's the same kind of basic game, but it's got stuff. It's got shit new.
Yeah, it's like I think they just evolved the South Park
Yeah.
humor. Like,
I like the difficulty slider. It's fucking hilarious.
yeah,
For those that are uninformed, the difficulty slider in South Park, the shattered butthole.
shattered butthole.
Yes. Thank you for explaining
fractured
the joke.
butthole.
Fractured
butthole.
butthole. My fractured butthole. Anyway,
It's fractured butthole.
the difficulty slider is the easy setting is white, and as you go is your skin color white, and as you go harder and harder, it gets darker and darker as you go along.
Yeah, basically, it's like a social
Like real
commentary.
White people were actually mad about that, like in the comment section of YouTube.
Bruh.
Be like, that's
people
racist.
get triggered on YouTube comment
mind.
sections all the time. It's
People
easy just to not look at it.
People have been pissed off because Wolfenstein 2 talks about like racism in America as a general thing, and it talks about how like if Nazis were to take over, white people get it fucking easy because the Nazis like white people.
Right.
Nazis are white.
Right.
And they talk about that, and people are just like, this is an anti-white people message. BJ Blazkowicz is blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man.
He's an Aryan, like
He's an Aryan-ass motherfucker.
He's a true white man.
Yeah.
true white.
And he's the one that you play as, and you kill the... It's not about, like, anti-white message. It's about being proud of who you are, but not fucking making everybody else
Like
have
miserable and
miserable
like, trying
because
to
of it.
destroy
Yeah,
people. Like,
it's about anti-fascism. It's not about anti-white. It's about anti-Nazi.
right. I think people
Them
look at
being white is just a part of it.
I think people
Like there's a character that's like a Black Panther. Actually, her name's Grace. She becomes the leader of your little group. She becomes the leader of the Chrysler Circle. And like, she says some shit like those white Nazi fascist pigs because they are literally. That's literally how you would describe a Nazi.
We have
And
proof.
we have proof.
we have proof. Hitler. But like people got pissy because she says stuff like that, and I'm like, it's true? Question mark? I don't, it's fucking, if you get offended by that, maybe it's because you resonate with that insult a little too much. Maybe
I
that's
like that
your,
guy.
maybe you need to take a seat and think about that for a moment.
I never want to bash people like too hard about their opinions because I don't know,
My
maybe
opinion's better because it's mine.
exactly. I think that's their mentality right now. But here's the thing. When you think about it, it's really subjective. Like so, like when a person grows up, like in an environment where,
Yeah, 'cause this is
just
in
be
the
proud of
60s.
like being like white, just like how it's like how like me and Christian and like how we were born like and raised to be proud of being black. I can kind of feel like a little bit like what they're saying because you are killing like. You are killing white folks, and you are saying like, "Oh, these fascist pigs." And I can see how somebody might get offended, but at the other hand, you gotta look at the bigger picture. Like it's not like you gotta see the message behind that. I mean, I think they're really looking at the surface value, not the principle.
Like throughout the
behind it.
game, they show that it's not just because they're white; it's because they're fucking torturing people and killing people, and they're like burning Jews and black people and gays and mentally retarded people, shit, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they bombed New York, they're like torturing people in New Orleans.
Right.
Like they got like a fucking Arkham City shit set up in New Orleans.
Right.
It's not. It's like.
It's like
There's
these
it's
are
more than
bad,
just they're white.
These are bad people.
Yes, they do bad things.
They do very bad things.
Kind of like the same thing kind of happened to Mafia 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Mafia 3 is a good game. A lot of people shit on it because it's like kind of all over the place.
It
But at
should.
the same
The
time,
gameplay is like average at best. Is like,
The gunplay was good.
yeah, like
the stealth mechanics actually worked. Unlike in Grand Theft Auto 5, but anyway.
yeah, it's just like I'm sorry to say it because everybody always said it feels repetitive and stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
get bored after a while. But the only thing that really kept me from well,
The story.
yeah, the story, because it was great. Like me and Shamar, like, we want to see a movie on Mafia 3, but like,
Directed by Martin Scorsese.
yeah, I would say Quentin Tarantino. So you like, he won.
Directed by Childish Gambino.
That's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be really
You're gonna be have aliens. And
Just
shit,
subliminals and shit.
You're like, what does this mean?
Lincoln Clay turns around. There's a black dog with a freaking
With a white poodle.
with a white poodle next to it, and then the dog gets kicked out, and then this is like the mailman just says message,
And
and
then the white poodle sitting there, and there's a red dog yelling at him, and then you think, oh yes, the Scottish man.
the Scottish man. Okay,
Co-written by Jaden Smith.
co-written.
Oh god, have you seen this shit?
We're
Have you
all
seen the anime?
we're all equal
Yeah.
in the grave.
We're gonna like next episode. We're gonna talk about Neo Yokio.
We're gonna talk about that, but back to what we were saying about
You don't deserve
About-
this big Toblerone.
back to what we were saying about Mafia 3.
I like the mission structure in it. I really love the mission structure because it's not like set, like you go in, you activate a cutscene, and then there's a set thing that only happens during that mission. It's very dynamic. You can just go in, do the thing, and then leave to another place and just do that stuff there. It's very like open and free flowing, and I really like that system.
I had to disagree there. I feel that that because it was open world, like there's nothing wrong with having an open world map.
Yeah.
But I felt that most of the places should have been like locked out. Like say you have 3 districts or
Yeah, like they do in
or
like old Grand Theft Auto games and
yeah,
stuff.
like 1 or 2 districts first.
Yeah.
Like Infamous did it pretty well. I don't know about Second Son. I don't remember Second Son like that, but I remember Infamous. You know, as the story progressed, you unlock more things. I felt that Mafia should have done it like that, and then you assign the bosses, you know, based off that, just to make the story a bit more linear. Because it was an open world game, and they couldn't focus on each district, like and make it like really unique. I mean, they made it unique with the missions a little bit, but
They really tried to, but I feel like it kind of felt shallow.
yeah, because the missions were like it was a repetitive set thing that you do. I felt that they made the missions, you know, the missions themselves different,
Yeah.
the missions themselves unique, and just made the story linear, like a bit more linear by locking out, you know, places, not having us go all over the place.
Yeah.
The story would have had a bit, you know, bit more of an impact, you know, like say you're in whatchamacallit, what's that place? The Dixie place.
Yeah.
And it was like linear, and you had to like deal with Cassandra
Like the
about
opening,
that.
basically.
Yeah, like just like the opening. If they made the game,
If
the
the
whole
entire
game
game was the opening,
was
it
like
would be
the
very
opening.
short. But if the entire game was like the opening,
To me, I think
Yeah,
the
it would've been really
I think
good.
the opening of that game was great, to be honest.
Yeah.
It really set you up like that.
it surprised the fuck out of me.
It set you up.
Spoiler alert, but like I thought, because it sets it up to be like this guy's gonna betray you. The guy is like your dad. He sets it up to be like, oh, he's bad with making money decisions. He gambles a lot. He's probably gonna fuck you over with money at some point.
right.
But no, fuck that. This guy, you get betrayed by this other guy, and he comes and he shoots up your whole fucking family, burns your house down, shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Where'd this come from?
I really love the story, but it kind of feels like a generic, like, revenge story to me. Like you kill this guy, kill this guy.
He kills this guy, and he kills this
Yeah, but the one thing that really made it really good was that it was told from a different perspective. It was told from a black man's perspective in the 60s. You never really saw that in the video game. Did y'all like the ending of it? The endings?
I never got there. Does he get together with
Um,
that shit?
No.
Wait,
I was hoping
oh
that would
man,
happen.
oh man,
They had the Scottish guy's daughter. I thought they had
some-
chemistry.
Yeah,
No,
like,
she's lesbian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played
how,
the
how you know that?
I played the side missions. I played all the side missions to Mafia, and yeah, and maybe
Think better than I got a lesbian girlfriend.
got a lesbian girlfriend.
I didn't expect that. I thought they had some
No,
sexual.
no. I mean,
They
I think
shared a cigarette. Come on.
I really,
It's like kissing, basically.
I mean, I shared. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk about
Story.
that.
Tell the story.
I'm not gonna talk about.
I kind of wish there was more customizing in like the Mafia game. To be honest, but I feel like it was like all you had to do was go in a closet and like Cassandra's house or your house or whatever.
You would just have a different costume.
Yeah, like I kind of wish like
You couldn't like go into a store and buy
yeah,
new outfits
exactly.
and stuff.
Like
It was all like unlockables and stuff.
other than that, and like the glitches and stuff like that. Those were my only problems.
Yeah.
the driving controls were kind of weird.
Yeah.
They were fun, but they were weird.
Yeah.
Like simulation driving is pretty. Like, have you ever switched to simulation?
No.
Oh,
I did it one time. Remember, and then we tried driving in the bayou, and it slid absolutely everywhere. And I was like, I don't like this.
this is realistic, but this sucks.
Yeah. real life is gay.
God damn.
I'm in the bayou. Shit.
It's all this damn mud. There was no. I believe for supper.
You
It
were so
was-
disturbed.
I can't join in on this.
There was no.
Just say goddamn.
God damn.
Anyway, what's up? What's the games that's coming out? Sonic Mania is pretty good.
Sonic Mania?
Sonic Mania, I played it. Personally, it's not my style because the controls are really kind of slippery and floaty. Because it's very like movement based. It's very momentum based. So if you're going really fast, it's going to take you a while to slow down. And I play a lot of like Mario type side scrollers, so I cannot conform to that. But from what I did play and from what I've seen, it's very lovingly crafted. It is a very like 10 out of 10 game. Like it's very just it emulates. It's basically. If you grew up playing Sonic, this is what you thought Sonic was when you were a kid. It's like playing Brutal Doom now after playing Doom when you were little.
There's a Spider-Man game coming out.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
That looks great, to be
Yeah,
honest. That
Spider-Man
looks great.
Homecoming. Yeah. I remember that. Spider-Man Homecoming kind of has like, it still has like the Arkham Asylum, combat system, with the counters and whatnot. But they switched it up to like gear it more towards his powers. And I believe that, I think that was really good. That was a good move.
Are you excited for Last of Us 2?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna say I'm excited for it. I'm thinking that it probably ended on an interesting note for the first one. I thought the way it ended, it could have just ended right there and just non-continued. But I'm interested to see what they do with their relationship, how they look at how Joel kind of fucked the entire human race because he's like, this is my daughter.
Yeah,
Like the entire game, they kind of pointed toward that's happening because Joel's not a good guy.
Yeah, he's not. He's
Joel
not a
does
good
a lot of
person.
bad stuff.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
I mean, but I don't think there's really such thing as a good guy.
Like,
I'm
Yeah,
like-
I think at the end of the game, I felt like I was playing from the villain's perspective because the villain always thinks they're the hero. Generally.
I mean, I like it, to be honest. And like when you play as Joel, it feels like Ellie's your daughter.
Exactly.
It's like you have to protect her at all costs. Like, and like the very last mission or whatever, like you had to like basically shoot your way out of the hospital and stuff like that to get her. I feel like I was Joel at that moment.
Yeah.
But the graphics for 2 looks great. It looks really realistic and stuff like that. So.
Speaking of PlayStation exclusives, what are y'all thinking about God of War?
Ooh, I really like God of War. I mean, I've never been a fan of the whole series. But I mean, I played bits and pieces of it, but I never played,
Like an entire game.
Yeah. So, but I really like the change. Like, I'm glad that they went from Greek mythology to, Norse mythology.
Yeah. I feel like Norse mythology is a lot more interesting, and they didn't really have anywhere else to go with Greek mythology at that point because he literally killed all of them.
Right.
But I'm interested in the gameplay changes. The gameplay changes are kind of bugging me because, God of War has always been a very kind of cinematic, kind of static camera, and you had the chains and all that. This one looks like a lot different. It's a lot slower paced. It's a lot
like The Last of Us.
graphic. Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
like
a lot. That's a comparison a lot of people are pulling with it, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm down for that. But like, if the game's good, it's good. I can't really complain. But like, I'm not gonna say it's exactly a God of War game if it ain't a God of War like game.
Right. It was more like I would say it was more like arcade based, even though it wasn't an arcade game, obviously. It felt
It's more of a brawler than like a beat 'em up.
brawler. Yeah, it felt like a
Like a hack and slash is what like you think of when you think God of War, but this looks like a lot like
it's like
a lot
linear.
more methodical.
Yeah, it's like linear. It's more story based, I would say.
God of War is linear. It doesn't have.
But you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? I'm talking about it's more cutscene based and
Yeah,
it have
it's
more set
more-
animations. It's not giving you like as much freedom as it used to. like with the like with Mafia 2 and
Yo, Shamar, guess what, man?
What's up?
was that recording?
Yes.
The line's moving.
Alright, for y'all,
Look at the waves.
for those who didn't know, this
I
dude,
just smacked the fuck out of Shamar.
no,
dude.
he did not. He clapped next to my face. He clapped like right next to me to make it seem like he smacked me.
He cried like a bitch.
We need
You
to
just
edit.
didn't play along
No,
with it
no,
at all.
this gonna stay
This
because
is
that
gonna
was funny.
stay.
It's my podcast.
This is
It's our podcast.
It's our podcast.
Kill
But
you.
no, I might
It's
have
my
to-
microphone.
I might have. I have another microphone.
Shut up.
Shut up. With
Do
you,
something about it.
he clapped in my face. I'm scared. I'm gonna cry. Soon.
You're gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. In the car. He's gonna. I'm gonna run like. Remember when Debo beat that dude up and how he ran to the car with his arms behind his back?
Oh my god. Let's tie this up.
Or like any final thoughts?
Fucking kill me, dude. Stop the recording on that. End it there.